Bro, it's Thanksgiving Day. What are we doing?
We're saying what we're thankful for.
Come on. I'm thankful that the Habs didn't win the Stanley Cup.
You sure you want to go with that?
Yeah, put it in. I don't know what the last guy said.
That he was happy you didn't win the cup.
That was Bruins low call, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, obviously.
Well, you're gonna edit it out, right? I am thankful for the last rebuild we have to endure for a long time. Don't you fucking laugh. Oh, that's an easy one. Draft capital. The LTIR. Back to back, suck it. Yes, you did laugh. I see you and producer Local snickering over there. I'm serious. Wait, why do I exist? Being back in the next expansion draft. We haven't been in the league since 15 years before this asshole was born. All right, a real one. Bruins low call is asleep. Why is there a low call version of me? Poutine?
Low quality fans, high quality Bruins team. Fuck! It's Thanksgiving. I mean, it's the day after Thanksgiving, but I want to be in a good mood. And you know what? I don't get to be. But here's the thing. You know, on every single one of these videos, I have to click a little box that says, is it for kids or is it not for kids? More so they know, like, hey, this is specifically designed for children. But obviously, I always have to click no and think about all the times I've got to say, fuck! Really proud of that opener, though. That came together well. The Bruins lose 5-2 to the Rangers on a game that wasn't winnable. I mean, it was. They're all winnable, but we outplayed them heavily for 20 minutes. And then even though that we were skating with them, there was no connection as usual. There's no identity to the team. There's no identity to most of our lines. The D pairings struggled. I was very right about one of them. Not that I'm proud of that. I'm not really happy. I'd rather be wrong and they fucking win. Swayman gets a start. Ullmark is, I guess, day-to-day, but it's still a possibility for Sunday. I'd call it a bigger possibility now than it previously was. Haula goes to the fourth. Nosek goes up to the third. I actually liked the move when I saw it, and then realized that actually that made both lines worse. I really hope everyone appreciates that I have to stay close to sober to be able to actually do the episodes directly after the game. And it's the day after Thanksgiving, but after this game... We still have the Forbort Carlo pairing. We'll get more into that. And it's Carlo's birthday. Didn't go well for him. Shesterkin, or as correctly said, because my friend Tia told me to say it correctly, Shesterkin, York is in there, Shesterkin, is really fucking good at hockey. I feel like if we got something close to what he put together for a game on our side, we would have won that game. Now, does this game fall on Swayman's head? No, he's part of the problem, but no. Let's talk about it. Puck drop, 6:30 in, and Lindgren is just going to take past the stick and bash himself in the face with it. Really frustrating because they called that a high sticking, sets the tone for the officiating in this game. Both sides should be very upset with how this game was officiated. It was awful on all levels. That's the first tone setter in the game, but we're going to get another one in the first period. 11 minutes in, and Kakko has way too much time in the slot. Actually moves to the right outside of the slot. Sway committed, so now he's falling over, trying to take up as much of the net as possible. Fires the shot, and he makes a flailing stick save. I think I have the picture. Chibah! Guys, that's going to happen. Not one more time, but like 6, and he saves some of them, but not all of them. In the same play, Kreider gets called for interference. We're going to go to the power play. $1.50 into that. I thought the power play looked good throughout this. Bunch of chances on the net. It looks like they're about to kill it, though. Near the end of this power play, though, Hall gets tripped, doesn't get called. But Smith takes a high stick, does get called. At least they called one of them. I don't want this to turn into a bitching about the refs thing. A lot more reasons we lost, but I am going to point out a couple of these because they were heinous. 5-on-3 for 10 seconds, and then a 5-on-4 for another $1.50. We don't score on either of these, but as time is dwindling, Trouba goes for a clearance from the slot and fails. It hits Smith. Smith is able to grab the puck, settle it in the slot, and he just snipes high blocker. It's 1-0, not a PPG, but it's a G, so who gives a shit? Up 1-0 in a period we have dominated, and we continue to dominate. We didn't go to bed after the goal. We continued to push. The fourth line comes right out, and they're crashing down on the boards, and you just get to breathe a sigh of relief going, we're not going to allow one right away. And we didn't. We didn't. Throughout the rest of the first, there will be chances. Hall gets a breakaway, but gets stoned. There's some really nice puck movement between Riley and Zaboral. It looks good. We just look good. And then with a minute left, they're in our zone and they're crashing down on us. And we're just keeping the pressure, keeping the unit. Fourth line is on, hard checking line. Make sure that all of you are on the same page. Howlo, what the fuck, you puck watching asshole? Panarin is in the trapezoid. Time dwindling. 7 seconds. 6 seconds. He sees Strome just skate right by Howla to get into the slot. And Panarin just whack. That's a nice pass. It's a nice shot by Strome. Beats Swayman to the far side. 1-1 with 5 seconds left in the period. Backbreaker. And Howlo was just standing there watching Panarin hold the puck. And his guy just skates right in front of him, too. Not even behind him, right in front of him. Also to point out, Carlo and Forbort were on the ice for this. Now, I predicted they would at least allow 2 goals, if that pairing continued into the game against the Rangers. Outshoot them 17-5 in the period, and we go into the intermission tied. Fucking bullshit. 17 seconds into the second period, we take a penalty. Marshy for hooking. Confidence is waning. It's waning. But we will kill this, mostly because Strome, instead of shooting into a wide open net, he opts for a second pass. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Oh, Strome, thank you for that. So it stays at 1-1. A lot happened in this game, so I'm not going to be able to highlight every odd man rush, scoring chance, whatever, but one of them that stuck out to me is there's a 2-on-1. Marshy has the puck in the slot, and he just waits too long. I don't know what he's waiting for, but he waits too long, gets caught from behind. Missed opportunity. There were a lot of those. And then the beautiful game. Right dot face-off win by Bergy. Gets to Pasta. Pasta moves it up to Mac. Mac feeds it back down to Marchand. Marchand takes the left point, right point, takes the right point, and has a bullet of a pass down to Grizz, who cycled all the way to the left of Shesterkin, and it opens up for him. Rangers defender comes to Grizz. Grizz taps it right by him. Bergy, alone in the slot, just gets to tap it right over a diving Shesterkin. That is 2-1. The second lead of the game. That's important. We had 2 leads in this game, only a goal each, but those are leads in an NHL game, and you're supposed to be a good team. All 5 Bruins tapped the puck in that sequence. That's pretty cool to see. 9 minutes in to the second period, Shesterkin comes up huge. This is a cross-slot pass to Pasta with speed, and Pasta unloads. He had to be no more than 8 feet from the goalie. Save is made into the chest even. And Shesterkin is doubled over in pain because that is an absolute howitzer that just went right into the chest. To the side too, it's not even full protection. That is a huge save, a game-changing save. 7:27 left, the game is wide open, chances back and forth, a lot of puck movement, a lot of speed. Point shot from the left point by Lindgren and gets all the way through to Sway, and Sway, this is becoming a really, really bad thing for us. Sees the puck the whole way, kicks it out with his left pad. 4 Bruins had bit to that side. Hunt is alone. Rebounds there, just throws it into the empty net. 2-2. And the period's going to end that way. So I'm almost done with editing when I realized that I forgot to mention the save of the year potentially by Swayman. Directly after the Hunt goal that ties the game. The bad rebound that Sway kicks out. Maybe I'll just put this into whatever. He comes up with a save that is this. He dives back, is clearly beat, gets it with the inside of the stick, and it comes back across his body and out. It was incredible. I can't believe I forgot to mention this. But now I mentioned it. All right, cool. On with your normally programmed programming. We will get a terrible power play. I don't want to talk about it because it's terrible. And we will not get a terrible power play with 2 minutes left. It's too many men on the ice. They call offsides. I don't know how they call offsides here. Rangers are in our zone. They're moving the puck up. There's 3 guys there. There's a guy standing on the ice with the door open to the bench in our zone, second period, right? And then there's 2 guys behind him on the line. Puck hits the guy whose feet are still on the ice. It hits his foot. Play gets called dead. They call it offsides. That is literally always a too many men. They always call too many men on that. Again, I don't want to bitch about the refs, but that was a huge no call at that point in the game. Really frustrating. Do you really want to talk about the third period? Do you want to? I mean, we got outplayed in the second, but not by a lot. But do you want to talk about it? Yeah, let's talk about it. 4 minutes in, and something really sticks out to me. Riley has the puck at the top of the slot, and it's in the offensive zone. He can't get it past the first guy. The guy goes down for a block. It's a big block. I'll give him credit for that. But I got to thinking and went, Jesus, when's the last time I saw Riley fire the puck through a crowd and get past a couple guys? Stuff that I was so mad about last year with Clifton and Lauzon, and I think is one of the worst things you can do as a defender in the offensive zone is hit the first guy in front of you. It always leads to a chance back the other way. Riley's been doing that a lot. I don't know, man. I'm getting frustrated at a few of these players, and I'm Mr. Optimism, but this is starting to get a little scary. And I was going to get to this point, but I'll talk about it now. I have watched these games, and I'm not there yet, but I have watched these games, and I've always felt like the Bruins will pull it together. We're going to win this game. But the fashion in which we've been losing, and the fact that we haven't beat a good team this year other than Florida in a shootout, you're starting to wonder, all right, how are we going to lose this game? I'm not there yet, but it's a natural progression. It's not something I can help. Like you either feel like your team will win or feel like they won't. When the top line's on the ice, I feel like we're going to win. But it's starting to feel like whenever anybody else is on the ice, I get a little worried. 7:30 into the period, Kreider goes for a Michigan, doesn't score. The ref blows the play dead, points it in the net. The replay shows that it wasn't even close to going in. They kept talking about how close it was. There's no way the ref saw this behind the pipe. There's no way in the world he saw this behind the pipe. It hits post, shoulder, and out. It goes behind Sway, but it never even gets close to going in the net. It's fine. Review it. Make sure you got it right. Whatever. I'd rather just, yeah, it's in our zone. Dead call. Good. I don't know. The ABC kept talking about how it can't get much closer than that. Yeah, sure, you can't get much closer than hitting the post. Whoa, what a take. This ABC really bothered me. The sky cam was bullshit, and they did it for minutes at a time, during the power play even. A lot of weird takes from them. Don't like it. And then, not to belabor the point, but they start talking after the call on the ice, like, all right, well, the ref made that decision because, and then it cuts out, and I'm like, they made that decision because it didn't cross the line, you numbnuts. What do you mean? Well, we got to make a decision. Was it a goal or not? Well, did it cross the line? No, but do you think we should still call it a goal? What are we doing? 8:25 left, and it's a 3-on-2. Forbort and Carlo are the two. Somebody on Twitter said he tripped. I just don't see it that way, but that's fine. Puck gets fed over to Gauthier. And Forbort is on his knees before Gauthier can get the puck from his skate to his stick. Just completely takes himself out of the play by going down immediately. Gauthier holds for a second, gets around the sprawled Forbort, who's not going to be able to get up on time. And Panarin has completely roasted Carlo to the front of net. Carlo's list just can't keep up. I don't know if it's unawareness or whatever, but he's not ready for Panarin to get to the front of the net. Panarin gets there. Gauthier feeds the puck. Jaboom, bop, boom. That is a 3-2 lead, and I didn't feel like we were going to win at this point. And again, with this team, even going down late in the third, I'm like, we're going to get it back. We're going to get this. I just didn't see any evidence that we were, and unfortunately, I was right about that one. A minute later, it is a scramble in front of the net, starting with a nice feed to Pasta, who's alone in the slot. Not alone, there's a ton of people around him, but he has space to shoot. And a slightly shifting Shesterkin. and he opts to pass. Now, there were a half dozen 2-on-1s in this game for the Bruins, and they didn't pass. They always shot, and they missed the net a ton. And that got me thinking, oh, fuck, maybe I made the wrong decision. Maybe we should be passing this, because apparently we can't hit the net. He opts to pass to Bergie, and Reeves is there to bother him enough that he doesn't get the wide open net. You almost scored 50 goals a couple years ago. Shoot from the slot. 3:38 left, and Zaboral misses a deflected clear on the blue line. I don't know if I really blame him this much. He slowed skating because he thought he could get it and couldn't, and it just goes back the other way. It's a good bounce for them. It's a 2v1. Gaudier, whatever I've been saying this whole episode. I think I was right in the beginning, and now I've messed it all up. Great patience. Nice feed. Lafreniere is there to just blast this high on a sliding, very low sliding Swayman. I don't know if I really blame him here. It's a clean 2-on-1. It's 4-2. Game's going to end 5-2. Trouba's going to get the open net. One note, though, before we close out the game, is McAvoy laid a dangerous trip. It was knee on knee. Out of frustration. Minute left. I'm telling you, McAvoy is underrated in the dirty aspect. He has, once in a while, these dirty plays where you're like, Mac, bud, not okay. I was really unhappy to see that from him. I get the whole frustration, but if you're going to call other players out for it, you got to call it your own too. That was a dirty play through and through. And you know what else was dirty? Panarin threw his glove at Marchand bench to bench. Like a fucking child. They were arguing 10 seconds left and Panarin chucks it. What a loser. Except for you're a winner because you won the game. Damn it. Game notes. Forbort and Carlo allowed 3 goals against, and 2 of which I actually really count against them. So that'll be me being correct. As the year goes on, my confidence isn't as high as it was, but I'm not yet worried about the team. I still think there are things to figure out. The division, wild card, third in the division are not out of reach by any means. We are creating a scenario where it's going to be harder and harder for us to really make a push. If we had a couple wins against some good teams, I'd feel better. But we really just don't. That being said, we're the Beast faithful, baby! There's nothing you can do but cheer on your boys, know that we're going to write it in the end, and that this is our year! That's what being a fan's about. It's cheering on your team. Because we love them, we love the game. And I still have a lot of faith in this team. I still think it's going to end up being a good year for us. A tough year, but a good year. Go Bees!